mentioned in the resolution, there is a project that began this year to start to capture the oral histories of Asian Americans who have made Fairfax County their home. And already the project has started out. Cora Foley is heading up that effort, and she's done a terrific job. But then we've also had other leaders emerge from the group, and there's a lot of enthusiasm. And in May, our next meeting is going to include oral history training combined with a potluck dinner. And so it's really a lot of fun, and it's going to be pretty fascinating, I think, to hear firsthand a lot of the stories that people have to tell about their families and their friends who have come from some other part of the globe and have made Fairfax County their home, what they've found here, and where they've settled and what contributions they've made. So we're very excited to be working on this project, and thank you, Cora.
Good morning. My name is Cora Foley, and I worked with Supervisor Sharon Bulova in initiating the Fairfax County Asian American History Project. We see the project as another milestone in the work started in 1990 by the Fairfax County History Commission to develop a more balanced history of Fairfax County. In 1990, the Commission sponsored a book entitled Gum Springs, The Triumph of a Black Community. And so in 2008, with the strong leadership of Supervisor Sharon Bulova and active support from a Look Back at Braddock History Committee, the Fairfax County Asian American community has joined the Fairfax County African American community in helping the History Commission develop a more balanced, a more complete history of our county. I should note that in 1990, the Fairfax County Asian American community became the largest minority group and has continued to grow. As of 2006, Asian Americans accounted for some 160,000, or 16% of Fairfax County population. Our community has contributed to the well-being of Fairfax County with soldiers, police officers, teachers, doctors, engineers, and others because we are Americans and we love Fairfax County, our home, our very own county on a hill. Our community has also honored and shared with all our neighbors our heritage as Fairfax County Asian Americans. We are very pleased that the heritage and the contributions of the Asian American community have now been included in the county's rich tradition of historical research and in the planning for the Fairfax County History Museum. Let me thank all our members, and particularly our team leaders, Hank Chow, Ted Gong, Masako Huibregtse, Jaya Kori, Vian Nguyen, Terry Sam, Linda Yao, Su Yi for their outstanding work, and also a particular thanks to Il Yong Moon, our school board representative. And please allow me to conclude by repeating our very deep appreciation of Supervisor Sharon Bulova for her inclusive vision of community and her inspirational leadership in our project of historical research and community development. Let me also thank the whole board for their support of our project. Let me now call on the youngest and most creative team leader in our group of local history detectives, Vi Nguyen, whom the board is honoring today for her outstanding work with the Fairfax County Asian American History Project. Vi?
Welcome, Vi.
First of all, thank you to the board for recognizing me today. It's a very big honor. Especially Supervisor Bulova, thank you for providing me this opportunity. I'm really glad you took the initiative to start this project to document the footprint of the Asian community, as we are such an integral part of Fairfax County. Next year, I'm going to be going to the University of Toronto, so my dad will be taking over for me.
That's not in Virginia.
I'm sorry. But so best of luck. Keep me updated. And the Asian community, especially Vietnamese community, is in full support of the project.
Thank you, V.
Presentation is to recognize the Asian American History Project Task Force for organizing numerous people, organizations, businesses, and government agencies that made the first naturalization ceremony held in the Fairfax County Government Center such a success. And we have with us, let's see, Cora Foley, I think, is here, Terry Sam, and a whole group of folks from the Asian American History Project. And if they could all please come down here. And I will hand the gavel over to Vice Chairman Penny Gross. And I have actually two presentations. I have first a resolution, which I will read. Whereas the Asian American History Project Task Force suggested that U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services hold a naturalization ceremony in the Fairfax County Government Center where the oath of allegiance would be conferred upon those who have fulfilled all requirements for citizenship. And whereas the Asian American History Project Task Force organized numerous people, organizations, businesses, and government agencies to have the first ever naturalization ceremony on May 29, 2009 in the Fairfax County Government Center. And whereas 75 people took the oath of allegiance to become a citizen of the United States, and more than 200 new voters were registered by the Office of Elections at the Government Center on that day. And whereas this event was a noteworthy success that was made possible through the initiative, dedication, and excellent work of all who were involved. Now, therefore, be it resolved that the Fairfax County Board of Supervisors, on behalf of all residents of Fairfax County, does hereby congratulate and thank the Asian American History Project Task Force for its initiative in suggesting and organizing this event. So moved, Madam Chairman.
It's been moved. Is there a second? It's been seconded by Supervisor Smith. Is there discussion?
And
why don't we go straight into the other
we will go straight into the other certificate, which
and then
is
we'll vote on them all together.
Actually a surprise. And I would move a certificate of recognition presented to Terry Sam for his outstanding commitment and significant role as the volunteer photographer of all events and initiatives of the Asian American History Project Task Force, including and especially the first ever national naturalization ceremony held in the Fairfax County Government Center on May 29, 2009. And this is also so moved.
And it's also seconded by Supervisor Smith. Is there discussion on either the resolution or the certificate?
And Madam Chairman, I would just like to say a number of board members, I know that Supervisor Cook and some others were here with us on that day. It was a beautiful ceremony, and followed by a video that left, I think, everyone in the room with tears in their eyes. It was just beautiful. And we then had a reception. It was sponsored by Cox Communications, and we sort of thought that people who were sworn in would wander off and be with family and friends, but everybody stayed. It was a party, and it was just one of the nicest things that I think we've had an opportunity to do. And I would like to thank members of this group for coming up with the idea. And many folks have fresh in their minds what it was like for them to take the oath and to be welcomed into this country as a citizen, and who best but them to suggest a naturalization ceremony so that they could then welcome some additional new citizens into this country. So with
all
that,
those in favor